John 6:9. Est puer unus hic, qui habet quinque panes hordiacios et duos pisces, sed haec quid sunt inter tantos? There is a boy, or one boy here, who has 5 loaves, 5 barley loaves, and 2 fishes. But these here, what are they, or what good are they among so many? This verse now is a quotation from Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, as we heard right at the end of the last verse. You'll recall at the end of the last verse, we sort of stopped in mid-sentence, and here's what Andrew said to Jesus in this moment when they're talking about feeding this huge crowd that has assembled to hear Jesus. So this is what Andrew says. There is a boy, or literally one boy here, this is the adverb, hic, who has 5 panes, and we talked in the previous couple verses about how panes in the plural can mean loaves of bread. 5 loaves of bread made of barley. This is an adjective here, hordiacios. The form is a little bit unusual. Apparently there were a number of different ways to write this adjective in antiquity. You might have some difficulty finding it in your dictionary, depending on what dictionary you're using. There's also a word hordearios, which means something similar, made of barley. So he's got these 5 barley loaves, this kid, and 2 fishes. Sorry, I guess in English we should say fish, not fishes, but this is the Latin influence here, loaves and fishes, as we used to say, as I think it says in the King James, but just fish. But again, notice this is plural. And then he asks sort of this rhetorical question, haec quid sunt inter tantos? And this definitely is a question here. Haec quid sunt? Literally, these, what are they? Now, some have postulated that we could add in here a genitive following typical Roman idiom, what of good are they? In other words, that's how we say in Latin, what good are they? Perhaps that's understood. This is a pretty idiomatic expression in my experience, though, just as it stands. Haec quid sunt? What good are they? What point are they? What does this do for us? Inter tantos. Now, tantos requires some annotation here. This is a bit of a fun moment where we can look and say, why exactly did the translator choose this particular word? Tantus in Latin generally means so great, of so great a size, of so great a magnitude. Generally, it refers to the size of something specifically. We would expect instead here, tot, or perhaps tam multos instead, so many. And in fact, these are alternative translations proposed by our friend Erasmus in the 16th century in his annotations on this verse. And he clarifies by saying this, de numero loquitur, non de magnitudine hominum. That is, Erasmus points out for us, he's talking about the number, not the size of the individual human beings here. So tot or tam multos